Okay, so hi guys, welcome. I'm just gonna leave for a minute. Things just while people come on. It's been a while since I did any recording, and so hopefully some of you guys will come in. This is specifically about Luna, and I know that I'm going to need to put a thumbnail in there, which I have created, but I will sort that out later. For now. I was horrified to see my account on Binance and my Luna tokens, which I'd created, have gone missing. And when I go into my Binance account, it literally says 0 Luna. So I'm going to bring that up. But for now, let's just check out some technical analysis, which is where I'm heading. By now, I just want to make sure that my sound's okay and everything. If you guys could put in something in the chat, that would be great, just to let me know that everything sounds good. Da, da, da. All right. It's been a crazy ride with Luna. I put a sizable amount in on the 12th, and yeah, I think that there's a Hobie. Let's have a look down up here. Luna USDT. So if I go to the daily, then we look on in at the 12th. Spanner. 13th. Let's go down. Yeah, so I bought in here on the 12th, which makes all of the rest look like nothing. So I put most of my eggs in this basket here, and yeah, it just kept on going down and down and down and down and down and down, and now we are here at the bottom. And what I want to do for you all is just show you something, if I can get on. See if it will let me do this. And you can't really do any technical analysis on this, can you? I mean, we can, if we were to go down to the say the hourly, and bring up some, some toys. Let's say we bring up the visible range and the EMAs. Let's get the moving average. Let's get that out of the way. Move that up. There, get that out of the way. Right, now we can sort of start looking at a few things. I want to try and get that out, but I want it wide enough as well so that we can see the candles. Let's go to the 4 hourly instead. That might help us a little bit. Get rid of him, and then the visible range should be seen. There you go. So if we are going to do any technical analysis, then we've got a little bit to work with here. Let's get rid of that. The RSI is right down at the bottom. As I'm moving the RSI, it's everything's sub. And then it is all going to pot. Let's grab him. Let's move him to there. There we go. So even though we're on a complete, what feels like a rug pull, it's not, but what feels like it. In fact, that candle there needs to be taken into consideration if we're going to do this. Yeah, and then we need to get rid of that line there for the visible range to work. So yeah, even though it's like it feels like this rug pull, we've still got this kind of channel of technical analysis that we can work with. It's not the greatest, but right, as I was doing this, I wanted to this is what I love about this. Stick with me, guys. If any of you have written anything in the chat, I'll check it out in a second. So what I want to do is just pull something over for you. This is my Binance account as it stands at the moment. I've just got a few bits of dust and whatever, but I'll show you what my situation is, and hopefully I'm going to be able to put some of you guys' minds at rest and at ease. Here we are. So in this wallet here that I have, you can see that I've got a little bit of BNB dust, and in my wallets, my fiat and spot. You can see that be in my own wallet actually. That my balance is made up there really of this a little bit of Bitcoin and my locked savings. No, where's this money? It's £2,000 here somewhere. Where are you gone? It's not in any of those. Flexible, locked, auto invest. Could be in there. Doubt it. Locked. Flexible. So where are you? I can't see where you are. Anyway, I will look at this later because that's got me confused as hell. Okay. I've got one watcher. Can you tell me, whoever you are? Can you tell me if you can hear me okay? Or am I just talking to myself? Right. USDT. Right, I'll bring the Binance up in a second, right? But for now, this is what I'm saying, is that everything's come down and it's very difficult to get any technical analysis. Are you going to trade this on one of the lower model trading platforms that are allowing trading on this? If you can, and you are, then it's very volatile, and with volatility, as long as you've got responsibility, then that could be a wrapper. Then you've got every opportunity of making some good gains on here. Also, with regards to your confidence, because obviously when you trade, it's emotional. If you've got confidence in Terra Luna Classic, that's the original coin that it was, that one day it will come back or start to gain traction and get back up there again, then as long as you're spot trading and you're going to hold your coins, then you haven't really got anything to worry about as far as the long-term thing goes. If it ends up going all tits up, so to speak, you can just sit back, relax, and just wait for it to all come back. On the other hand, whilst it's doing that, there's nothing wrong with you going down to the lower time frames, like the hourly, VPVR, there you go, the hourly, and then buying and selling as it comes to these support and resistance lines. This will continue to happen while ever there is confidence in the market and while ever people are buying and selling. But because of the extreme price differences, look, from this low here to this high here, it's 133% in just a couple of hours. So there is a lot of money to be earned, but it's high risk. Obviously, the spread, you got to take that into consideration as well. But every time the RSI goes into oversold, here, like gone into oversold here, and then to the overbought, which is just there. That's an 86% risk, 86% gain. You wouldn't have known there that it was going to go up, but it did. And then if when it went up again, but you're lower on the RSI here, you've got some bearish divergence. So if that was happening, then pull out. Then you would have known that. Hang on a second, as it starts to come down, which would have come to the same point of your RSI being high. As it starts to fall, pop out, because the chances are it's going to continue, and indeed it did. And we haven't gone back into the oversold area until we got to here. So we can buy back in around here and then wait until it goes back up again. This visible range is really helpful. It's sat there now on that point there, and then you got this back C here. So even if you were to trade just the visible range from this support to this resistance, that's still 22% on the hourly. So there is money to be earned in it, and we are sort of down at the bottom of the end of the RSI as well. So interesting thoughts, interesting things. If you guys are trading it and are making money on it, then please do let me know. But this was my worry, is that on Binance, which I will just bring up now, when I go to my spot wallet, fiat and spot, and head down to view more. Get rid of him. I'm not interested in any of this apart from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, Luna. Search for a coin. Okay, I'll search. There you go, Terra Luna. It says that my holdings are 0. And it should say in here 2.35 something Luna million. So I should have 2.3 million tokens. But my holdings say 0. This is Terra Luna Classic. Okay. Where is my Terra Luna Classic? And where is my airdrop if this is indeed the new one, the new token, the new airdrop? Because there is no airdrop if it has been changed, and if it hasn't, then where's the Terra Luna Classic? Where's my 2.3 million tokens? Right, where are they? Well, I got in touch with Binance, and Binance spoke with me, and let's have a look. They said, and I'm going to quote what they said. If you've noticed that Luna in your account are not showing in your wallet and have no value, please do not worry. Your funds are safe and will be restored automatically after the Luna name modification is completed. As its trading pairs still not available on Binance platform for now, so please wait with patience, and the value will be displayed promptly after the trading pairs available on Binance platform. Your good understanding will be highly appreciated. This is because Binance is in the process of swapping Luna to Luna Classic and USDT to USTC. While this process is going on, the value is appearing as 0, since the old Luna will be delisted. But don't worry, your coins are safe and will show as Luna Classic very soon. Interesting that they call them coins because they're tokens actually. I have just checked your coins and they are safe. Do not worry, I can see them at our end and you will see them very soon. Please do not worry, you have not lost them. They are just been renamed. So I said, okay, I will do, and I'm going to do a YouTube video now. So there we go. That was the situation, and we have got this this problem, and that is that Luna is not showing. Okay, so there isn't anything to worry about with regards to Binance. I don't know why Binance are taking their time so much because it could be that they're being more cautious than the other platforms. The other platforms have definitely got in there sooner. We saw Luna, the new Luna. Let's bring up Trading View. We saw the new Luna. Let's see if I can find it for you. That'll do it. See, this is the airdrop Luna, right? The new Luna. This is what ended up happening. Is we came in. So we came in. If I draw a line, a trend, let's just do a ray for you. Right, we came in here. This is where it opened. This amount here. Then it went up and skyrocketed as it came in, and everyone bought, and it went up 22%. Okay, and then from its high, it ended up coming down from its high all the way to where it is now, which is down 32%. So it's still it's still in this range here where it doesn't know exactly what's going on. I'll try and get that wick to the bottom. Oh, what am I doing? Try and get that. There's not a lot of information here, but if we go from wick to wick. There you go. And then we'll go down to the hourly. In fact, let's make it more interesting so we've got more data. So that's only been out for a day. Yeah, this is what's happening. So yeah, we've gone from where it is up to there, down. We've gone up. We've kissed the 38 area. We've come down. I'm surprised we didn't come down and test the 786, but we didn't. Here, I think I've drawn that in about right. Yeah, that's the top of there. That's the top of there. Yeah, and it hasn't. So yeah, but we are now at the 618 fib level. What's it gonna do? Where are we gonna go, guys? Who knows? But the important thing is that what I was saying about the Luna in your Coinbase is it has disappeared, but I've spoken with Binance and they say that it's coming back, so there isn't anything to worry about. Okay, so while I'm here and it's been a long time, let me just have a little fondle around and play about with TradingView and Bitcoin and everything else that I've been seeing lately as I've been trading things. Bitcoin dominance really important right now. We'll go to the daily. Bitcoin dominance is important. You need to keep your eye on this because this is going to let you know whether we're entering an altcoin season or whether we are entering an area where we need to be investing in Bitcoin as opposed to altcoins. Okay. So if you were to buy your altcoins now, okay, spend £1,000 on altcoins, then as the Bitcoin dominance ends up dropping and coming back down here again, then those altcoins will be worth more in Bitcoin. Then you can transfer it over to Bitcoin when it's down here, and then you wait for it to go back up again, and then you trade your Bitcoin for some more altcoins, and then you come back down and you transfer it back over to Bitcoin again. This is why Bitcoin dominance is really important. In the grand scheme of things, though, this is what I've always sort of like stuck to with regards to the Bitcoin dominance, right? If I go to the weekly, because obviously there's a lot of data there, as far back as this goes, what's this? Crypto cap. There's got to be another one. But anyway, so back in April 2014, Bitcoin dominance was at 100%. If you look here, the 100% mark where my arrow is, we go over here, right at the beginning, Bitcoin dominance was at 100%. Of course it was at 100% because it was the only cryptocurrency on the planet. But then as other cryptocurrencies started arriving, like Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and all of the early day companies came in, then the Bitcoin dominance started dropping. If you just look to here, what we're at now, 98%. So every time you see a big dip, this is obviously where other altcoins have come in and created the dominance to come down. And then as cryptocurrencies started to really take traction, they were going loopy and skyrocketing, and we ended up coming down to about 35% area of Bitcoin dominance versus altcoins. Now, whilst this is not a currency pair with regards to like forex, where you'd have like the pound versus the dollar, or the yen and the dollar, etc. Then what you have got is you have got altcoins as one currency, and then Bitcoin versus another currency. So all of these indicators that we end up using, or you end up seeing traders using, like the Fibonacci's, like the there you go. So there's your fibs drawn in, like your Fibonacci, like your Donchain channels, like your RSIs and all the rest of it. They all work. The exponential moving averages, they all work. The Bollinger Bands work. We'll bring the Bollinger Bands in. We'll bring the Ichimoku cloud in. Where's that? I've got too many going. Let's bring these down and see what I've got going at the minute. So I've only got a few. I've got the visible range. Okay, well, let's get rid of the visible range because I'd rather have the Ichimoku cloud in for now on this one. So Ichimoku cloud. There we go. So let's get rid of these for now. The quads and the Bollinger Band. There we go. So according to the Ichimoku cloud, we are still in essentially an altcoin season. Altcoins could still very well come out of the cloud, this resistance area, and then fall back down again, which would be really great for those of you that are holding onto your altcoins with the expectation of eventually coming over to BTC once you gain the traction. I would definitely be looking at taking some profits myself once that ends up coming down and coming below previous bottom, which will eventually happen. I mean, you see, there are so many different reasons for altcoins. We've got banking systems, government-backed digital currencies that are going to be classed as altcoins essentially. We've got their helpers like XRP and XTZ, and we've got smart contract platforms. We've got NFT platforms. We've got metaverse that are all coming in. So all these different altcoins are all starting to come on the bandwagon, and everybody knows about cryptocurrency now. This lunar system, people who didn't know what cryptocurrency was, are now intrigued because people have lost their savings, their houses, they were gaining things like 20% interest on UST. So there's a lot of people that ended up selling their house and putting all their money in just to get this 20% yield, and trusting that platform, that algorithm, SafeCoin, that's pegged, that's stable coin. And because of their losses, it hit the Sun newspaper in the UK, the American newspapers, and the internet and the news. It's worldwide. Everybody knows about it, and because of that, it's got bad press. Cryptocurrency has got bad press. It's something dodgy. It's something dangerous. It's something to stay away from. But whilst that's all negative stuff, it's also something that's positive because it's bringing people's attention to the market as to well, why was it bad? Why did people lose their houses? Well, it was because of this, this, and this. Well, if they'd have done this, this, and this, wouldn't that have been better? Yes, it would have been better, and that's what a lot of people are doing. All right, let me have a look into that. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at how much money that if I'd have put my money in there, I would have earned this, and that's what gets people interested into the crypto market. So, whilst it's bad press, any press is good press. I mean, that's a adage and a saying, isn't it? Any press is good press. So that's where we are at the moment with regards to the world and cryptocurrency in general. So we are very low right now. Whilst it's good, because we're heading into the cloud and we can easily come back down again. For me, it's a no trade zone when it comes to using any of my Bitcoin that I've got stored. It's not something that I will use towards altcoins until I get some definite confirmation. If I'm going to get definite confirmation, for me is the Tankan and the Kijun. That's these two lines just here that I want to see. The blue under the red. These two lines here. Let me show you. The blue under the red. So at the minute it's the wrong way around. So I want to see this red line above the blue, and I want it. Actually, that is the right way around. The red under the blue, but I want to see the price action above the cloud, and I want to see these two lines above the cloud. As soon as I see that signal, I know that we're going all in on Bitcoin. So as soon as that happens, I will probably put all my altcoins into Bitcoin, let it ride until I get a crossover that we're going to kind of come back down again, and the crossover will be when the Tankan and the Kijun cross back over again, and we are then under the cloud. So the way that it's looking now is that this red cloud is going to turn green, and we're going to end up getting quite a fast rising cloud here as we start entering this new stage of development within the crypto industry. Now, when I say development, what do I mean? Well, if we go over to Bitcoin dominant, Bitcoin USD, and let's get the proper one up. So if I go BTC, I'll already out of it somewhere. Bitcoin USD. Well, I want Binance one. Bitcoin USD. There you go. That's the one that I want. Boom. There it is. Right. That is Binance's. That's the one that I want. Okay. Let's go to the daily. All right. So, what do I mean about all this stuff? Let's. Okay, just before I close down the Ichimoku cloud, right? I want to show you that we are in a bearish area of territory when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price, by the looks of it here, is going to continue to go down. And what I'm looking at there is just the fact that we are below the cloud, and the Tankan is above the Kijun here. This red line is above the blue line. Okay, so we're about to hit this red resistance. So according to the Ichimoku cloud, there is still down development. We are looking also that this RSI that I'm using has also got the 20 SMA. Is it the 20? If it's not, it wants to be. Moving average. Let's go for the 21. There you go. That's better. Okay, so we've got the 21 day moving average on the RSI as we come down. There we go. Look. So here we have the RSI is showing us that we are above the 20 SMA, which means we might hit some support. But the way that it's going at the moment, if we do end up dropping below that, it's just worth keeping our eye on, right? Is that if we do end up dropping below this 20 SMA on the RSI, then there's a chance that it will become resistance, which would work well with the and give us some sort of convergence with regards to the RSI versus the Ichimoku cloud. All right, so but if we just dim him down, let's just look at the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we've had the squeeze. We've had the squeeze. It's come to its conclusion. No, we've had the bulge here. It's coming to its conclusion now. We've got the squeeze. So probably meaning some sideways action for a little while before we end up getting another breakout. Could end up continuing to go down. Interesting that the median line of the Bollinger Band, which is the 20 moving average, we're also underneath that, which is always key. It acts as resistance, and the price can't break it until it does. And then once it does, it supports it, like it did here. It broke it, and then it supported it and stayed above it. And once it got below it, it stayed below it. And that's a history with the 20 SMA. It's always either a support or resistance, and at the minute it's becoming resistance. On the price action. So the price action versus the RSI, there's divergence there. When I say divergence, I don't mean price divergence. I'm understanding about the fact that it's not agreeing with each other, right? Interesting thing is Binance have just come back saying, is there anything that I can help you with? I don't know. I will ask my viewers. Okay. Why is no one chatting? There's a chat or something I'm missing. If you guys are chatting to me, it's not showing me anything. Hang on. I've got one like apparently. Concurrent viewers. Let me just put something in the chat. Hey guys, to see if it brings anything up. Nope. I can't see anything. Okay. Right. That's the situation there. Right. So we've done Ichimoku Cloud. We've done Bollinger Bands. So we'll get rid of the Bollinger Bands now, and we'll bring up the EMA. Now the EMA is really important. I don't know why these people have ended up putting these in here. I've changed the settings. I need to change the defaults as well. So I've got the 50, the 21, the 50. I'm going to actually make that the 20 because it's not the EMA, it's just normal. And then the 50, and then I'll have the 100, and then I want the 200 just here. And the reason why is I have the 200 is because when I go to the weekly, never ever in history has Bitcoin broken the 200 weekly moving average. But we have now. So this is weird. This like just it's bad. How many weeks now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks consecutively has Bitcoin been in the red. Every week it's been down and down and down and down. It's not looking good. And here we are on the weekly underneath the 20 SMA on the relative strength index. So the EMAs are important. Here we are again underneath that weekly average on the daily. No point in going down to the 4 hourly because I'm looking at a longer time frame here. Just with regards to where is Bitcoin going in the sort of medium term, i.e. Now, earlier on when I mentioned about different time scales, which is where I was going with all of this, thanks for your patience, is I wanted to bring up something for you called the hash ribbons. No, it's been such a long time. All right, let's do this. Yeah. Oh, got to pay for it. Okay, I'll get onto that. I'm not going to start putting my card details in now because there's no time. Right, so the hash ribbons, what that does is that tells you that gives us a signal as to when the Bitcoin halving is and when to put a buy order in. So what ends up happening is there's capitulation. There's miners capitulation that without the miners, Bitcoin wouldn't work. It wouldn't function. If I wanted to send my money from my account to, let's say my mate Faisal, let's say I wanted to transfer a load of money over to him in Bitcoin, but there was no people mining on the planet, then I would have this store of value on my computer, but I could not send it over to him because there would be no miners, there would be no computer systems to be able to take that transaction down and move the money over. So what keeps Bitcoin miners working so that they can earn money from doing the mining? And what it is it's the price that they get per blockchain of blockchain of transactions. Once that block's been completed, then the money is dished out to the various validators or the computers that have worked on that code and logged it down into the ledger system, right? So that's how it happens. Now, if the price of Bitcoin falls down so low that the miners don't make money from doing what it is that they're mining, then what ends up happening is that this is where the miners' capitulation comes in. Is that the price that they get paid increases. So there is a little bit of tolerance where it can move around, and it can increase and it can decrease depending on the price of Bitcoin and whether it's worth it, in correlation to the energy prices that's going on at the moment. Now, because obviously electric is expensive, at the minute, I would imagine I haven't looked at that particular chart. It says I'm free to upgrade, and I'll have a little look later. But I would imagine that at some point, very, very soon, with the price going down, that we're going to end up having this capitulation where it hits up to its maximum, and that the miners can't get paid anymore. And then what will end up happening is that we'll end up having a buy signal, and then there'll be a crossover on that miners capitulation, and then it will start going the other way, and then the price of Bitcoin will start rising, and it'll work itself out. But we've only got until the next halving, which is why I'm bringing up price action and where we are and where we've been. See here, let's go to the weekly. I don't know if it'll show. Yeah, I thought it would do. Okay, so here, and we'll bring the RSI down. We had the top over here around about March 21. So this was the kind of top, and then we had a next top, which was even higher. Fantastic, but anybody who knew what they were looking for would have seen, hang on a minute, we've got the top here, and we've got the, during these tops here, we've got this top here, and then we went higher, but the divergence was, the top of the RSI was lower, and it's like, oh, why is that lower? It's losing strength when the price is going up. That's a bad sign. And then it went up even higher, and the divergence was down here, even lower. Even worse sign. Get out of Bitcoin. Stop. Quit while you're ahead. Yeah. And you could have taken your Bitcoin out, put it into some kind of stable coin, just not UST, and then lose your money. But you should have been able to peg it onto something else, like USDT. But that interest rate, that 20% yield, was just too good to be true. Yeah, and then that's what's ended up happening is so we've had bearish divergence here, bearish divergence here, bearish divergence here, get out. And how can I say that with so much confidence? Well, the reason why is because if we go to the, I don't know if this one will go back that far, but if we go back to the 2018, no, it doesn't go back on that one, but if we find, where's my actual main one that I use, Bitcoin, USD. Yeah, this is the one. So, yeah, how can I say it with so much confidence? Well, when we look at the previous... No, it's not that one either. Here we are. Here we are. Look. Whee! All right. So the previous halving, the previous high that we had, and I'll bring this. Let's pull that down so we can see what we're doing a bit better. There we go. Right. What we ended up happening, guys, is we had a high just here. So this was our high, and this was our the peak of the RSI. Then we ended up coming down and going back up to the high again, but if you look, the RSI was lower, so we ended up having this just a normal trend line. We ended up having this this divergence that was going down. Sorry, just to let you guys know, it's like 1:30 and 12:30 at night, and I haven't slept all day, so that's not good. All right, so there we go. We've got that, and then we've got at the same time we've got this going on. So we've got the price going up. Oh, come on, I'm trying to show you bearish divergence here. It's not working. Hang on a second. Why am I doing this wrong? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the wrong month. Yes, here we are. Sorry, I knew it was there, but I just I knew it was there. I've just gone to the wrong point. Sorry, guys. All right, so here, let me do that again. Right, so we got a high, then it went down, then it went up, and we got a high, then it went down, went up, it went higher, then it went down, then it went higher. Okay, so we've got this definite uptrend on the price action. Okay, as that was going up at the tops, we had this top here. Okay, then when it went up to this one here, we ended up coming to here, so it's going down. Then this one, and then it goes down. And this one, then it goes down. So we have a definite, consistent bearish divergence. Okay, it was consistent. And with regards to the bottoms, which is what was going on with the bottoms, which sort of like confirmed it, is that the bottoms were not going up with it. The bottoms were kind of staying until the very last, just here where you had there's this very last sort of where you had this last one, we ended up going with it. So this was going up whilst this was going up here. There. So it was the opposite. So here, because this coming down the way, yeah, down, while this was going up, up, up. This is what they call hidden bullish divergence. Bulls attack from the bottom, don't they? They go up and push up. That's what a bull does. It will come and charge at you, and it will bang up, and it will push you up. This is why they call it a bullish move, right? So here you've got this bullish divergence here, where the price, where the RSI is going up, whilst the RSI is going down, going into the oversold, whilst overbought. So whilst the price is going up, yeah, which is pushing the price up, which is great. But then at this last one, on this last bullish divergence, the hidden bearish divergence stopped, and it was at that point there that it stopped play. That should have told you, hang on, the price is about to go down again, and it was there that you would have been able to see it. And here we are now. The price has come down, and we've done a very similar thing. Is that we've got the situation now where we've got this high to here, and then from there, and this is the point here, you got this one going up, and you've got this one, which is the same one here, going down. So here's your bearish divergence. It's losing its strength on the RSI whilst it's gaining, whilst the price action is going up. So we've got hidden bullish divergence going on here until it finishes. There is a saying, isn't there? It is what it is until it isn't, and here it is. So you had this this bearish divergence, which was okay to ignore. It was more of a warning sign rather than, oh dear, get out of Bitcoin. And the reason why it was an oh dear, let's get out a bit. The reason why it wasn't an okay, let's get out of Bitcoin was because we had this hidden bullish divergence. See it going up, 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 as um, as the price was going up. Sorry, it was it was going the opposite way until it came to here, where it ended up going up whilst the price ended up coming down. So that's when it is what it is until it isn't, and then when it isn't, then you come out. And all of that I've just been talking about, I hope, to some people it isn't going to make a lot of sense, because it probably sounds like jibber jabber. But those of you that do understand divergences, bullish and bearish divergences with some kind of oscillator, and anything down here is an oscillator. So you've got the MACD, the histogram, the RSI, etc. These are all oscillators. That's all of the things down here. Anything on the chart, generally speaking, is a moving average based system, like the Ichimoku cloud, Don chain channel, the Bollinger Bands, the EMIs. They're all moving averages where they use the past to try and predict what's going to happen in the future. But using all of these tools together, whilst they all seem like a mishmash and seem difficult to understand, and so much to work out on, once you've learned everything, how to use pitchforks, how to use all of the systems, once you've found that you can go through all of them and they all converge and they all come together and give confluence, that the price is going to do X, Y, and Z, then I think it was Warren Buffett that said, "Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news." So he doesn't, he's not interested in what the newspaper says. It's the charts. The charts tell you the news if you understand how to read the charts. There are, I've seen adverts out there where people are trying to teach trading strategies, saying, don't look at the charts and spend hours looking at moving averages and looking at this and looking at that. Well, I've just shown you that the charts do tell you what the prices are going to do. You can see it clearly. When you get convergence on all of the different tools that are available to you, and they all tell you the same thing, then there is such a high chance that the price is going to do whatever that is that it's going to tell you. Hey, buddy, Rocky's on here. Good point made earlier about the energy prices going up, Tony. Nice to hear from you, Rocky. Good. Mighty Red, thanks. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. What I should do really is bring that chat over to where I'm going to see it, which is over here. Then it'll be in front of my face, then I can say hello. Okay, so anybody who says that that technical analysis doesn't work, they're talking out of it, because they themselves can't do it, and it takes time. Though if I've got any viewers now that are scratching their head thinking, Tony, you're talking a different language, I don't understand what it is you're saying, then I understand. I've been there. But the more that you look at these sorts of videos, Rocky Outcrop, type that in. Rocky Outcrop, he speaks technical analysis language very well. If you watch him long enough, he's regular, you will start to understand the different terminologies, etc., etc. But it does take time. But it is real. This isn't spooky, freaky. Let's say a load of stuff to complicate people to buy Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or Forex or whatever. There's no. This isn't a scam where people are trying to get you to do something. All I'm doing at the minute is just hoping to help you guys understand Luna and what's going on with Luna. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So that's what I was going to. So there you go. So we've done that, and then the Ichimoku cloud. We've done it. We've done the quads. We've done the Bollinger Bands. We've got 2 Ichimoku clouds on there, which I don't need, so that can come off. I wonder, because I'm sure that I had an account. I don't need to pay for it. There you go. There's the hash ribbons. It's because I couldn't bring up too many at a time. So here we go. Here's the hash ribbons. So this is what I was saying earlier. Okay, is that this big fat line just here is the halving. Okay, so when we ended up having this line here, so it was the halving, and then we have the buy signal, which happens here, and then when we had the buy signal, it ended up going all the way up to till it was what it was, which is 624%. And then we had another buy signal, which I'll take from this one, from here, 355%. Then we had another buy signal, which came in just here. See how it's connected, the line? And then we ended up coming out just there, 144%. But every time that it happened, we ended up having this capitulation. This is the red area here, where miners end up getting, they end up getting more money. But look, we're going right up high at the moment, and we're about to get this crossover. That's the crossover that I was talking about, when the miners would have that slight tolerance to be able to get paid more for each blockchain that ends up happening. So I'm expecting, once this crossover happens, for it to go red, and then as for us to get another buy signal. I'm hoping. If not, then what's potentially going to happen now is we're going to end up coming down, and then for some time we're going to get some sideways movement. We might see the 20,000 area. The reason why I say that is because that was its previous. I should do that actually. I should just stick a trend, not a trend line. I should stick a horizontal line in just there, and rename that. Just give me a sec. While I'm here, settings, text, and rename that as previous support resistance. Okay. So yeah, that's because that's where it was. That's that big area that I was talking about earlier, and I showed you the hidden bullish and bearish divergence, right? So that's where it previously was. So it's possible that it's going to come down here. There's no indication to say that it's not going to. I'm not, it's but it's not something that if I've got a lot of money in Bitcoin sat there not doing anything, that I'm going to turn around and bet any money. I'm not going to take my Bitcoin out and turn around and say, okay, well, when it gets back to 20, I'm going to put it back in and try and essentially short it. But you're not really shorting it. You're just sort of sidestepping while the price goes down. I won't do that because there's not enough there for me to warrant taking that risk. So it would just be a matter of just keeping your sats and chilling. Just keep getting your satoshis. All right. What is there else to discuss? Yeah, so those of you that are on now that weren't on earlier on, I was just showing you guys that with regards to my account on Binance, my Luna has gone. It's disappeared. Let me refresh this. Let's see if they've sorted it out yet. Yep, it's gone. It's not there. So if I scroll down, in fact, I think I can see all, can't I? Search for a coin. Luna. Luna. There it is. It says 0. Now I should have 2.3 million coins. 2.32 whatever coins, but I haven't. I've got 0. So I got in touch with Binance, and Binance came back to me and told me not to worry about it. And it's just, well, they're sorting out the system, but the guy on the other end of the phone told me that he can see my 2.3 million coins, and they're not disappeared, and they will show back up again whilst Binance is doing its thing. It's a bit of a shame, really, because the other exchanges are allowing you to continue to not only trade, but they've also had their trade USD Luna Classic to be able to trade it, and they've also had their airdrop. Binance haven't had their airdrop, and in a minute they've taken away my normal Luna, my now Luna Classic, right? It's bad stuff. But I know that Binance isn't too happy with Luna right now, Terra. They they're in this loggerhead where Sex is not happy with what's going on, you know, in the fork, and the fact that everybody you know, when the vote came out, it came out as 20% already straight away in favour of the change, and that's not fair, is it? Because obviously there's you know, whether it's a load of others staff or people that have had to put their vote in and been forced to or whatever, but it doesn't seem right and legit. People have lost thousands, people have lost millions. I've certainly lost a sizable chunk of my portfolio to Luna because of seeing the divergence and being confident within Luna. It was 10 in market cap. In coin market cap, it was at number 10, and that's rough. That's rough. When you come here, you can see Bitcoin's number 1. Ethereum's gonna catch up to Bitcoin. That'll be funny with the day that happens. Yeah, and then here, this is it, right? So third and fourth, you got USDT and USDC are the third and fourth biggest cryptocurrency on the planet according to its market cap and its value, right? And UST was up there. It was Luna Terra was on the top 10. It was there. It was at number 10. Dogecoin's got it at the minute, but you know, you got some awesome Polygon. You got some awesome things. You got Algorand again. It's awesome coin. Yeah, Sandbox, Qcoin. That's definitely going to rise, I'm sure. Aave. These are all things. Sandbox is keep your eye on that, guys. That's Maker. That's another good one. Theta. That's the hoodie that I'm wearing at the minute. Excuse the gamma on my filters video. Sorry about the yeah. I've just noticed that I wasn't like that earlier. It's probably because of the lighting, actually. Let me change the lighting for you. That's probably the best that I've got. Sorry. Right. Okay. But yeah. So Theta was like there. Terra Luna. It was number 10. So it wasn't a bad place for it to be. It was quite a safe place to be, but ended up losing a lot of money, and yeah, too much for me to want to talk about right now. There we go. Got nothing else to say really. Does anybody want me to look into any coins while I'm here before I go? Because if not, I'm just going to say good night. But I just want to say, is there anything you guys want me to look at? I can see that I've got some viewers, but I need to know, what do you want me to look at? Yes. Do you want me to look at anything? No? All good, Tony. Maybe you could let us know what you think about Matic Polygon. Okay, let me go into that for you, buddy. I like Polygon. As you know, Rocky, I am Binance has messaged me. Hang on a sec. Binance support. They just sent me a message. Hang on, sorry. Is there anything else I can help you with? No. Thank you. Oh. Got it. Please note that the Luna Classic will be seen in your spot wallet within the next 24 hours, and the first airdrop will be made on the 31st along with listing pairs. Thanks for your understanding. As I haven't heard from you for a while, please allow me to close the chat on your behalf. We'll see if this chat is put in as solved which simply means that your inquiry today is blah, 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 blah. Stay safe and have a wonderful day. Thanks with a heart. Yeah, so there we go. That's if anybody has got anything in any Luna Classic or this airdrop that they're waiting for, we will see it in the spot wallet on the 21st within 24 hours, but the actual airdrop will be made on the 31st. Now that's come straight from Binance. That's not a YouTube search. That's not anything that's come out on Twitter or anything. That's straight from a Case ID, which is an official conversation with Binance. So that's it. 31st. Keep your eye on this. Right, Rocky. Interesting question there, buddy, because obviously its connections isn't helping the project, so we've got to look at the fundamentals. Now I've put my fibs there. I'm just going to redraw them. Obviously, things change, don't they? Because as it is what it is until it isn't. Prices change, and so as prices change and fundamentals come in and things move, then what we need to do is start moving our posts. So if, for example, we today's date was the 21st of July, then we would end up putting our fibs, for example, would end up being from there to sort of like there probably, because that is all we have to work with, you know. But then because the price has carried on, and now it's sort of sitting on that same 768 area here. We've got more data to deal with, so it might be that when we're drawing our fibs, it might be that we decide not to come from there, but use the whole thing, you know. There's a lot more down action. I'm using this to Bitcoin, but I guess it's going to be more beneficial for me to go BT, for me to go Matic to USDT Binance. There you go. So it'll be a fresh chart, but we can draw everything all back in again. Okay, let's pull this down, pull that out. Yeah, okay. So go roughly from there. That's a tight one, isn't it? That is really tight. Let's find its actual bottom. You see, you have to go down to these minute levels, because you're talking a few 100%. Once, because it's gone up so much. Yeah. It's like just this little bit here. Let me give you an example, right? If I go from there to there, that's a 200% move down. Yeah, because we're over here. But then if we end up getting the if we end up going here and doing the same size from there to there, it's only 5%. You see, because obviously the bigger the price move, when you come down by so much, it's only a few pence. Well, if the whole thing is only a few pence and you come down that much, that's 100% move. Yeah, but if the price ends up going up to thousands of pounds and you come down that much, it's only like 0.25%. So you've got to be really, really careful when you're doing your fibs, or when you're looking at price action from previous support, that you don't just do it like a rough, yeah, that'll do, yeah. And that's the reason why this magnet tool's there, is that if you are going to do a line, if you are going to do a trend line or of any sort, and you've got the magnet tool and you're here somewhere, yeah. See, I clicked there and it went straight up there onto the magnet tool, and that's why the magnet tool is so important. And it flicks and it clicks about to whichever days or week or whatever area it would be. So the magnet tool's really important, and that's a really important thing to consider whenever you're drawing stuff out. Rocky, interesting to see that the 786 there would be another big chunk if moved to the 886. So here we go. Let's pull this out. Rocky, if I was doing my streams on a regular basis, buddy, I would love to do another one with you, but it's yeah, it's not going to happen because not very well at the moment. But let's get rid of okay, let's just add I think that's what you want, and I'm going to change it to purple so we can see what it is. Press OK. Alright, so here we go. So so we are at the top there, yeah, and we've gone right down to the bottom. So here, if this is what Rocky's saying in the live chat is yeah, if we do end up breaking this, I mean we've had this downtrend now consistently under the 20 SMA. It's come down, it's been consistent. Let's just go to the weekly and see if we're under that as well on the weekly. Yeah, there we are. So Bollinger Bands, RSI. Let's just check out the daily and see if we've got any hidden bearish divergences. Now bears attack from the top, right? They attack from the top. So when we're looking for bearish divergence, we're looking at the tops. And at the minute, I'm looking for hidden bearish divergence. So what I want is I want the top to be going up. I want these tops price to go down, but I want the tops of the RSI going up to show us that there's a continuation of this pattern, and there seems to be a pattern just there. So here we go. We've got this going down, yeah. The price of the tops are definitely going down. There's definitely a down action there, and we've got some action here which seems to be going up. So we have effectively hidden bearish divergence, which is a continuation of the trend, which means that we're likely to continue to go down according to that. We're under the 20 SMA. We've got hidden bearish divergence. This can now go because we're not using it. Let us bring up the weekly and see what's going on the weekly. Just as a bigger time frame. Yeah, nothing really there. So the daily is probably going to be the best one for us to stick with. Yeah, indeed. If we end up like closing the week, particularly the week, if we end up closing the week below this 786, then indeed, scarily, yeah, we can definitely be looking at these lower prices of 34. It's yeah, guys, these projects, there's so many big corporations that are dependent on these projects, so they're not going anywhere. These big names are not going anywhere. What they are going to do is what they are doing is giving us the opportunity for us to put our money into something that will make us more money. Now, obviously, when there's blood in the streets, there's that saying. But really, it's now when there's this fear and you know this FUD, this fear, uncertainty, and doubt that puts people that gets people scared, especially if they've got a portfolio that say went to 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 or even £1,000,000 or 10 million, but whatever figure it is that you want to put on it. If you had a figure there that was so high and now your balance has dropped down by 60, 70, 80, 90% or whatever, then don't be disheartened and worried thinking that your money's gone and it's lost. It's only gone and it's lost once you take it out and put it back into your fiat wallet, into your bank, and then go and spend it on some sweeties and some entertainment for your missus for the night, okay? That's when it's gone. Whilst it's still in your wallet, you've still got your money, and that £1,000, that 10,000, that 100,000, that million, that 10 million, that billion, whatever it might be that you've had once upon a time, it will get back there again. And not only will it get back there again, but history tells us that it constantly gets bigger and higher the more it comes into touch with the public and in the institutions that start using these assets. So it's not a time to be panicking and worrying, if anything, it's the time to be putting your money into something that's going to bring you value later on. Whilst inflation happens, we need to hedge against inflation and put our money into projects that are gonna go somewhere. So I can't sit here and give you financial advice whilst it's coming across that way, because I'm not a financial advisor. But I am looking at showing you what it is that we need to do, or that I need to do for us to be able to, and for myself to be able to make money later on, and not to panic and worry and lose sleep now. Okay. Now I'm looking at going on and doing I've enrolled to do my my honours, my BTEC honours in the economy and economics and business and accounting. So as I go on that course and I'm learning, I plan, as we go through different syllabuses, I plan to come on, do technical analysis for 10 minutes, 20 minutes and whatever, and then give you a little bit of a breakdown of the things that I've learned and the journey that I'm on. So this is my plan for the future, and that will start around about September when the course starts, and that's when I'm doing my degree. So that is really my plan for the future. So it's going to be an exciting time. Not sure that I'll be able to fulfill the role and fill the degree, but I'm going to give it my best. And I'm hoping that you subscribers will come on the journey with me, because it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time. So that's a thought there. You'll have to tell me, Rocky, why you like the 886, why it's a number that you feel you've developed. This is the thing, is on our journey as traders and as people that look at the charts on a regular basis, we come to our own system that works for us. So we see a trend, we see a system that works. I know of some traders that don't like using the RSI, that prefer to use the histogram of the MACD, and that works for them. It doesn't work for me. I like the RSI, so as we all go and move in our journey, we all have different ideas about how things work, and things do work for that person, and things do work for me. And the 886 is something that I've not had or come across, but I have put it in there now, because I like Rocky, and I respect and watch his videos. Whilst I'm not always on the watching him live, I do watch back his stuff. So that's it. There you go. That's Matic against the USD. I'll keep that on there. I need to go through a load of this stuff. XRP again. This is coming to a conclusion now with the SEC. So now is a really good time to grab hold of some XRP if the conclusion's going to be good, and they're looking like they're going to win the case and everything's going to get solved good. If it does, I genuinely believe that we're going to wake up one day. XRP is going to be pennies, cents, and we're going to wake up to it becoming tens of dollars, 30, 40, 50 quid per coin, and it's going to happen in a day, just like we saw Terra Luna come down so fast. I believe that XRP is going to increase exponentially, parabolically, just the same way as conversely Luna did. So I think it's worth having some of our portfolio in XRP. That's always going to be something that I'll tell my friends when they ask me, Tony, what shall I do with my portfolio? If they ask me the question, I would always tell them to diversify and have some money in a bit of everything. And even now, I can look at the divergences there. You can see it's just blatant. So yeah, XRP is definitely one of those ones that are on my radar. I don't have a lot. In fact, if you look, that's what that is in my overview. There's a bit of a balance there, and that is just my XRP holding only. That's the only thing that there is. It's 60 quid of Bitcoin, yeah, but yeah, and that's just my XRP. But yeah, there's a bit of everything. There's a bit of everything, and the advice that I will give you is always make sure that your funds are on a hard wallet, on a ledger, or off grid, so that they're safe and they can't be taken from you or from anybody else. But with that, I am going to say hurrah, hooray, and good night to everybody. And I look forward to starting my streams again soon. And thank you very much. And I will say good night. Good night. Good night, guys. Bye.